It's okay, Marco's still in here. All right, so good morning, you guys. Hope you're doing well. We're gonna go ahead and just get started, and we're gonna do a combination of both some movements to potentially get our heart rate up a little bit, and then some abdominals and the usual stuff. Okay, you can go, Marco.
Yeah,
Go, Marco. Will you close the door? Yeah. He's like, I'm stuck in here now, and you've started your video. All right, so, oops, what happened here? Okay. So, hi, Stephanie. I'm so happy you're here again. All right, so let's go ahead and inhale, take a nice breath up. Exhale, actually, let's stay up for a moment, and then let's take an inhale, reaching up, and exhale. And one more. Inhale. This time you're going to exhale, dive forward, lowering down. And then you're going to bend one knee at a time so your head can stay down. I'll just make sure you can see you can bend and straighten one leg. Just kind of stretch out the legs and the hamstrings. Inhaling and exhaling. Head drops for 4 more. 3, 2, 1. And then round yourself up, stacking your spine back up, and then interlacing the hands behind you and reaching out, breathing here. Let's turn this a little. All right, one more time, stretch up and down, and then let's go ahead and get started here. So I think I'm going to do that same idea today where we do a little bit standing to get some movement, to get the legs working, and we'll go to the mat and kind of rotate back and forth. All right, so here, let's go ahead about hip distance apart here. So first version will be bending. Let's take the arms forward, and then you come up. So first, just do this actually to warm up, okay? We're just going to bend and straighten here. Again, you could have had those weights here with the arms if you wanted to add that. And you're just inhaling and exhale. And again. And let's do 4 more. And 3, 2, 1. Hold it here for a moment and just reaching the arms up and down here. Abdominals are pulling on. Reach those arms back. And 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Holding it here. Turn the palms back and just pressing back here. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then you're going to bend the hands so the hands sort of touch in front of you and reach it out. Bend and out. And we'll do like a little pulse up and down with the legs here. Bend and out, bend and out. Little pulse, straighten, and straighten those arms. And again, and 4 more. And 3, 2, 1. And then coming up, straighten those arms and release. Okay, so what we're going to do, one version of it, I think we're just going to try this where you kind of step out like this, okay? So you're stepping out. Hands can be, let's do hands on the hips if you're going to do this one, okay? And then if you want to get a little higher intensity with it, you're going to reach higher with the leg and then squat and then the other side, okay? So it can be just kind of like a side to side or bend and reach a little higher out and out. And out, and stretch. I forgot to bring my tire, so I'm just gonna kind of, in my head, get an idea of what we need. It's a little bit of balance here. You can bend even lower depending on how your body's feeling this morning. And now flex the foot as you push out, flex it out. It's like pressing something away, and out, and out, and out, and out. And from here, let's go ahead and do 10 more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Good. Come down to your mats. Okay. We're going to go ahead and start seated here. Hands towards your knees. And then you're going to exhale, roll down just a little bit. And then we're going to go ahead and reach the arms out, back to center, and switch sides. Inhale, center. Exhale as you rotate. And when you're doing that, it's kind of like this expression out, reaching that chest out. And from here, let's do 8 and 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. And then come all the way up, straighten your legs out, and roll leg forward. Drop the head. Good, and coming up. And then you're going to go ahead and come down to your forearms here. And you're going to go ahead and take those legs into tabletop. Actually, just do a couple circles with the ankles just to kind of loosen them up here. I could use a whole hour with you guys so we could do more stretching and lengthening. So if you feel like you need that, let me know. And maybe like one day we'll focus, maybe Friday can be kind of like recovery and just, because a lot of people I'm finding are very sore and achy because they're sitting more, their activities have changed. So one leg at a time here, you're just going to stretch out. And so you can get a little bit of stretching while you're doing this, you're bending that knee as far into your chest as you can. So you're getting a little stretch through the hips, and you're pointing the toes to get the stretch too here, okay? So lift that chest so you're not kind of collapse like this, and breathing. Keep going here. Good, and from here, 4 more, 3, 2, 1. Now stay here, straighten the legs. Same thing with straight legs here. Switch, 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 switch. Pulling those abdominals on. Keep the breath going. And let's do 8 more. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And just for a moment, hug those knees into your chest. Rock side to side here. And coming back up. All right. And John, stretching on Friday would be great. Okay, good. Good to know. All right, so as we're doing this, so remember, it's going to be this kick out, okay, or just kind of like you can do a tap. Now, if you felt like, I actually want to get my heart rate up even more than that, then you can just stay and kind of just do these jumps like this, okay? So maybe I'm going to play with a little bit of both. So I'm going to start with some of the jumps, and then I'm going to go side to side. Whatever it is, we're just trying to get the body just moving here and to change things up a little bit, okay? So you can jump, or you can extend the leg out, or do a little squat. All right, let's go here. And reach, and reach, and reach. Good, keep going. And I'm gonna switch to the other one in a sec, but if you wanna stay here, go for it. Playing around with how my knee feels with everything. A lot of times people think just because you teach Pilates a lot, that you do it a lot. Well, the reality is, a lot of times, it's very hard to make time for everything because you're teaching and it's easy to get distracted. So it's really nice to do this with everybody here and spread the word, right? Let people know about this. The whole idea is creating a community in this time of uncertainty where they can do something to make themselves feel better for the day. Good. And just a little longer. If you're doing those jumps and you want to switch up, I'm going to end with the jumps again here. And here, let's do 10 more. And 9, and 8, and 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. I don't need my heater on anymore. Okay, now we're going to go into plank here and do some variations. So start on your hands and knees here. And let's go ahead and take the knees a little bit further back. So a lot of times, if we're in this position, you might have the knees directly over the hips. This time, I want you to take them back. And we're going to start with this, where a count of 3, you're lowering down. 1, 2, 3, and then 1 to push up, okay? So it's 1, 2, 3 to lower, 1 to push up. So it would be inhaling, 2, 3, exhale, push up. Inhale, 2, 3, exhale, push up. Now, if you're like, oh, I want to take it up a notch, you can straighten your legs up and continue. Lower, 2, 3, push up. And again, lower, 2, 3, push up. And again, 2, 3, push up. Let's do 3 more. And you can alternate in between the 2. If you're like, ooh, what did I get myself into? Last 2 here. And up. And last 1. And up. Good. Just for a moment, go back into child's pose here. Taking a deep breath. And you can just slightly walk your hands off to one side. And then walk your hands off to the other side. Good. Then you're going to come back up into plank here. So you got your hands directly over your shoulders. If you need to do a half plank, you can. If you want to try the full plank, you're pressing into all your fingers here, lifting up. One leg at a time lifts. Okay, so left leg lifts, right lifts. Abdominals are on. Trying not to have this action happening with the hips side to side. You're staying steady. And switch. And switch. And switch. Keep going here. Breathing. Now, you want to try something different? If you want to add on, maybe you can try opposite arm and leg, reaching out. Reach out. Reach. Oh, I'm not very good at this. And reach. And switch. And switch. And switch. Good. And then let's stay here or go lower down to the knees for one more set of 5 push-ups here. Lower, 2, 3, push up. Lower, 2, 3, and up. And again, lower, 2, 3, push up. And 2 more, lower, 2, 3, push up. And 1 more, lower, 2, 3, push up. 1 more time. Push back into child's pose. Breathing here. Okay, and then coming up to standing here. So we're going to try whichever variation you like again. So you can either do the squat jumps or you can go ahead and do the kick outs low or kick outs high. Okay, I'm going to start with the kicks and then go into the jumps. So take whatever you want and let's go. In my head, it's going to be about a minute here. Okay, side to side here. If you're doing the side to side, you're thinking of engaging the outer part of the legs here, pulling those abdominals on. Now, is this traditional Pilates stuff here, like doing this? Not so much. Pilates was a super athlete. He was a boxer, he was a gymnast. The reason I'm adding this kind of stuff in here is because sometimes if you're warming up the body, it helps, I feel like, if you're a little warmer, especially for people doing this early in the morning. Okay, so if you're already warmed up and you want to do something different here, feel free to. Okay, I'm going to go into this. Do whatever you like here. Just try to get some movement, heart rate up. And let's do 5 more. 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. All right, now let's go ahead and go on to our back here. Actually, stay seated for just a moment and pull the chest forward. So my hands are on my knees and you're pulling the chest forward here. Okay, stay with that nice lifted spine. Straighten the legs out. Flex the feet. And then let's go ahead and slowly lowering all the way down. Arms overhead. And let's do some of our roll-ups, but I want it slow today, okay? So I've got the shoulders off. Now the back. Remember, if you need to, you bend your knees and help yourself slowly up. Flexing those feet. Remember, we talked about the outsides of the feet pulling back towards you. Lower your head. And then coming up, starting to lower down. And again, nice and slow. Arms up. Chin towards the chest. Get those shoulders off. Stay there a moment. And then continue to lift up. Reach over towards those toes. And then slowly lower down. All the way. Good. Now, let's try that neck pull. If that felt good for you, just going up and down like that, go ahead and do it. It's kind of a weird name, but you put your hands behind your head, flex those feet, and then you're going to roll up to seated. And if you can't do it too much, you could try bending the knees or go to the one we did before, just the roll up. Exhale, reaching up, rounding over. Come up nice and tall. Now, lean back. So you're keeping a straight back for a moment, and then you're rounding your spine and lowering down. And again, reaching up, round forward, lifting nice and tall. Go back so you're at a straight position for a moment, then round the spine and lower. And 2 more. Exhaling up, round it forward, reach up nice and tall. Pitch your body back, round the spine and lower. And 1 more here. Exhaling up, round the spine forward, lifting up, pitch the body back. Let's see, let's do hundreds here. So your arms are up. Let's extend the legs into tabletop. Remember, you can keep your feet down if it's too much. Exhale that upper body up. Start pumping those arms with a nice inhale and exhale. Now, if you can extend the legs out, turn out, which means heels together, toes apart, and exhale. And again, inhale and exhale. And again, inhale and exhale. And inhale and exhale. If you feel too much in your neck, take a hand behind your head. You can go like this, exhale, and then you can switch if you're doing that. And exhale. Let's do 3 more breaths here. Exhale. 2 more. Exhale. And last one. Exhale. And lowering down. Rock side to side. And just for a moment, take your arms out to the side and adjust your left hip to the right a little bit. And then let your legs fall over. You can look straight ahead. It's a lot of stretch on the neck if you turn it opposite way of the knees, I'm finding, for a lot of people. So it's fine to look straight up or towards the same direction your legs are turning here. And breathing. Good. Abdominals come on to bring the legs back, and then switch to the other side. Breathing here. Good. Back to center. And then to come up, let's go ahead and roll up. We're actually going to do one more thing here, and then we'll come up and do another set of the standing stuff. So you are going to do rolling like a ball, okay? So you are going to lift your feet off of the mat. You're going to hold around your ankles, and then you're pulling the abdominals on. So this is kind of one of those times we actually let the spine round here. And then you're going to go ahead and roll back and then come back up. So you're not rolling onto your neck, you're just staying in your back and rounding down. Okay, roll back and up. It's like a nice massage on the back. You just have to make sure you have enough padding with your mat. And up. Keep the chin towards the chest. Keep the heels close to your booty here so they're not kind of flying out this way, they're staying in. And again, round and up. Let's do one more like this. Try not to let your feet touch the ground here. And then try to extend that right leg out. Maybe it's not going to go all the way straight. It's going to stay bent. That's okay. Then the left. Okay, now the right straightens one more time. Then the left straightens. Now let's straighten both legs at the same time. Okay, lifting the chest up. Maybe you've got bent knees. That's okay. We're going to try rolling back and up. Sometimes I make it up, sometimes I don't, okay? So you're going to round your spine. Again, nothing on the neck. And you go down, and then you come up. And you try to find your balance. Play around with it. Have fun. Let's try a couple of these. Roll back and come up. See how I kind of have that little struggle just at the end to get up. And roll back and lift up. And let's try one more. Roll back, lift up. Hold it, lift that chest up. Even if your knees are bent, you still can do that. And then release it down. Okay. Nice work, you guys. Let's come up to standing. And we'll do our last set of something to kind of get you moving here with a little cardio kind of idea. Okay, so you know the variations. You can either do kind of a low tap or lift, a higher lift, or the jumps, okay? I'm going to do a couple of the jumps and then switch again. So see what feels good. And let's go. And holding the abdominals on, whichever version you are doing here. Breathing. Good. You can use the arms to kind of get some work in them too, whichever version you're doing. See how I'm kind of pulling down. If you're going out to the sides, I'll demonstrate that too. I'm going to do 2 more of these. Keep going with whatever version you like, but even out the sides, you could add the arms in a little bit too. Okay, so point the toes if you're doing this one now. Even if you're tapping, you're going to point. Get some arms involved. Okay, and let's do 10 more. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, last one each side, or the last 2 jumps. Good. And then just take a nice stretch up. Okay, so we have just a little more time to fit in maybe another abdominal, and I think an upper body would be good for us. Okay, so let's go ahead and do another one here on your hands and knees. So you're going to go ahead and curl the toes, pulling those abdominals on. What you're going to do is just slightly lift the knees up. So on that exhale, I pull my abdominals on, and I just slightly lift the knees. Like you probably can't even see if you're just on your phone that I've lifted my knees. They're lifted, pulling the abdominals in, stay here for a moment, and then lower. Okay, so we're going to do a couple of those now a little quicker where we lift the knees and lower, okay? And here we go, abdominals on and lift and lower, lift and lower, lift and lower, lift and lower. 3 more, 2, and 1. Okay, now a slightly different version of that. Remember, if this is a lot on your wrists, please feel free to come down onto your forearms. Actually, let's all do that. Let's come down to our forearms for this one. Okay, I'll show it to you, and if you want to reach all the way straight up with the legs, you can. All right, so you're in this plank here. Okay, so knees are lifted, abdominals are on here. You're not way up high, kind of like a down dog would be. You're lower. Now, tap first, one knee at a time. lowers down. So tap and tap. Alternating knees, tapping down here. Keep going. Okay. 8 more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Good. Stay here on your forearms if you like, or you can go up to your full plank. Now, you're going to go ahead and both knees lower and lift. Lower and lift. You can be on forearms or fully up. Lower and lift. And 10 more. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Lower down to your knees. Now get your hands right under your shoulders. Round your spine. Drop your head. Inhale and then reach your tailbone and head up. Exhale. And inhale. And exhale. And inhale. And exhale. One more of each. Inhale. And exhale. Good. Just for a moment, one more time. Sit back into child's pose. Breathing. Okay, good. All right. And last quick abdominal and stretch here. So let's go ahead and just do a super basic abdominal here. Feet are grounded, hands behind the head to start. And you're just going to exhale, curl up, inhale, lower. Now I'm not, because we're not going to do that many, I'm not lowering all the way down. It's like my shoulders touch and lift. Lower and lift. Lower and lift. Keep going here. Now, if you want, you can take your arms out and continue to lift because we only have from here 10 more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Very nice. Lower down. And go ahead one more time. Hug your knees into your chest. Let's go ahead and extend the left leg straight out. The right comes up. Just for a basic stretch, hold wherever you can. Maybe it's behind the thigh here. Maybe it's behind the calf. If you're pretty flexible and want to hold the toe, you can do that. Just to get a little hamstring stretch here. Breathing here. And lower down, straighten the right leg out. Bend the left leg in and then hold either behind the hamstring, the upper leg, the calf, or the ankle, whatever kind of works for you. And breathing here. Good. And then rolling up or roll to your side to come up. And then let's just do the long, wide angle stretch here where you take your legs out to the side, lift nice and tall, and then go ahead and just walk yourself forward. And go down as far as you like. Good. Coming up and bring the soles of the feet together. Interlace the fingers. Reach the arms up. Breathing here. And just close your eyes while your arms are up like this and just kind of take note of how your body feels. Start to open the arms out to the side and just take the hands to the knees here. And if you need an extra minute to stretch, go ahead and do that. And what I would really love is please share this, like I mentioned, with other people. It really is just about creating a community and getting people together to do something that feels good. And it really helps when other people are feeling stressed if they get their bodies moving. And that is one of the main reasons I wanted to offer this, okay? So thank you so much for coming. Let me make sure there were no other questions.